Welcome back to GEISELSBERG for episode 15 with me, MrSealyp. I did say in the last episode that I was going to try and clear the grass off of this field and take it to the biogas plant. It's 6:15, the light's going to start to go. It's been misty after we had all that rain today, so I'm going to try and clear this field, and then tomorrow morning we'll go over to field 1 and we'll get that one done as well. I'm trying to stay ahead of the Scaraflex, which has given us our second fertilising state, by kind of weeding. So I am farm dog, whatever he thinks. So yeah, I'm trying to keep ahead of that. What I'll do is take this to the biogas plant, which is literally just over the road. And then I've got a load of work to do. Before tomorrow, I need to clear a load of that woodland down by field 45. I need to try and get the stumps out of that, load all of those logs onto a trailer. What else do I need to do? Well, we get the bales off that field. There's rye bales still sitting in that field as well. So yeah, I've got a few jobs to do, which I'm going to be continuing overnight, but this is the first load over to the biogas. There was no traffic, it's fine. Probably should have slowed down a little bit to cross over there, but I'm sure it'll all be okay. And of course, before it gets pitch black, exercise the horses. Something I often forget to do, but I am going to make sure I do it. It's 8:23 in the morning. And as you've already seen, well, a couple of little clips, the horses were all exercised last night, so they're good this morning. I have taken all the grasses now that we cut has come off of the top multi-field, and that's the bunker silo at the top BGA, biogas plant. These logs, as you can see behind me, I've cleared that whole area back up to the road that crosses where the little bridge is just there. So that's all cleared, which means we can extend this field now, which is what I was intended doing. The stumps have all been taken out. I kept hold of the mulcher simply because I was worried in case I missed a stump, so I thought it made more sense to keep hold of that for the time being. I can take the stump out. Now, you may have noticed, there's sharper eagle-eyed among you, that's not the same IT runner trailer. My boss messaged me and said he wasn't sure why it released the other one, because this one comes under trailers, and I just went and looked in forestry. In all honesty, it didn't even dawn on me. I just went into forestry, had a look. We've got a lot available here. This is the IT runner Combi Container L. So on this one, if we want to configure it, we can have it. It's just a platform deck with a loading edge, a bale trailer, wood, or tailboard. So there's a few options available on that. So what we did was we returned the other one and we bought this one. Now you may also notice the money's gone up in the top right hand corner. We have been paid for the pigs that we sent off to Farmer Buttons and Farmer Pierce. They're on their way to Big Papa C. We've been paid for those. We've also been paid the extra for the rye contract for Josh and Trista. So we're up to date with payments. Everything's okay. Obviously we've still got all the pig food still to be collected from CWT. Yes. Now, so these are all the logs off of that end bit. These are for another contract. I've got an ongoing contract for Dozer John, which I have mentioned, but these ones specifically are for Farmer Foley. Farmer Foley's is what he's been contracted to do by the local council. They're doing a bygone days farming museum, and they want him to build some wattle and daub structures, which is rather cool. What he needs from me is 20 8-metre logs, which I think we've got covered on there, so I'm going to take those up now. He needs 20 poplar bales. We've got the poplar field up the top, field 4, and he needs 20,000 litres of manure, which we can cover all of those. So what I'm going to do is deliver these now. These can go to the sawmill. They're going to sort that out. Also, on a side note, rye bales. These were the rye bales left over from the last time I did rye on the field, and I did round bales, but I've got the square baler. These are all off of field 45 next to us. So are these, and that's that first bale that came out that was unfortunately still hay in there. But was it hay or grass? Whichever. It's one of those. So all these rye bales are kind of, I say, spare. I've got a contract with Tyler for 50 rye bales, so what I'll do, I'll work out how many we've got here. We'll send these off to Tyler at some point soon, because I've got those there. I've got 44 straw bales up on field 1. I've got all the straw bales in here. I've got a load of silage bales around the corner here, which are all kind of prepped and ready for contracts. Some of the contracts require hay, straw and silage bales. I haven't got any hay bales at the moment. I did loose hay, didn't I? So I need to do some hay bales at some point too. What I'm going to do now though is take this up to the sawmill, so this will take our profits up a little bit more as well. Our multi-field at the top now, 39, 38 and 37, is now ready to be planted for our vegan contract. That is, I'm happy with that. That's fantastic. I don't know if I can just direct drill whether I need to cultivate. We'll have a look at that in a second. But that will need to be done. But field 1 over the top left, which we did the same, because one's got rye in, one's got wheat in, that now needs to be mowed. It needs to be mowed, windrowed, and then what we'll do is once it's windrowed, we'll take the rest of that over to the biogas plant. So I won't show you the mowing and the windrowing. I've done that on the other field. You've seen enough of that. I'm going to do that, and then what we'll do is we'll start transporting over the stuff to the biogas, and we'll get that compacted and covered, because I do have contracts for silage as well, loose silage too. So yeah, I've also got contracts for TMR, I've got all sorts. So I've got a few bits and bobs to do. KJ Wickham's field here, we just have to split the proceeds of anything. So if we do use that for hay or straw, or hay or grass, we just have to make sure we share the proceeds. That's kind of the leasing agreement to use his field, which is all fantastic, as long as we promise to use organic fertiliser. Now that's Scaraflex. Weeder is, shit, that does everything. The thing's amazing. So anyway, yeah, we'll crack on with that. I'm going to take this up to sawmill. I'll see you up there in a minute. We'll sell this and see where we are. Here we are again. I'm going to take the straps off this time. It doesn't all seem to be moving around as badly on this one. To be honest with you, the last time I brought a load up here I completely forgot. So let's just... And I could do them from in cab as well, but I thought I'd do it manually. Why not? So, back from Agritechnica. The show was outstanding. Absolutely incredible. I walked 20 miles in the 2 days I was there with Virtual Farmer. We went round, did loads of footage, photos, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to do a couple of vlogs from that, but I did a couple of vlogs, but I'm going to post them. A lot of footage. It was just incredible. Absolutely amazing. Let's... Okay, that's good, because that puts us where we need to be now, 410,000. Because we're going to be replacing the Sintrack. I saw a real one of these at Agritechnica as well. Wow! With a few different attachments and bits and bobs that goes with it. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, it may be a popular choice, it may not be a popular choice. I mean, at the end of the day, we're buying it for the farm. It doesn't matter whether, you know, whether people are happy with it or not. It's what we're doing. Like I say, we've got a local class dealer It's kind of, you can kind of see where it's going. But we are going to, say upgrade. Yeah, kind of, I suppose. I'm going to cut across the grass here because that way I don't knock any road signs down. Now I do need to grab the mowers. So here's the thing. One of the main reasons for doing this, let's disconnect that. Right, let's disconnect that. Is that we're finding it's quite pricey. It's costing a lot in fuel. If you can see, the fuel tank's gone down again. That's twice I've had to refill that in a fairly short space of time. Because, let's just lower this down. Like so. We'll disconnect the rear 3-point. Kind of. Let's put the arms down on that so it disconnects a bit better. Disconnect the front 3-point. And then we've got the vehicle. Now, because these all come separately, they're I have to repair. There's maintenance required on the 3-point links and the tractor, whereas normally the 3-point links would be attached to the tractor and would be kind of part of the overall maintenance. Because these are all separate, they're costing money for separate repair work. So the thirstiness of it, I love it. It's a fantastic bit of kit, and potentially further down the line we may buy another tractor. So we may have 3 running. We can't afford to have this and another one at the moment. I'm saying that. You know what, we probably could. I'm just trying to work out the finances in my head. You know what? I think I'm going to get in trouble for this with the boss. I might not do. Let's keep it, and we can have 3, can't we? I know it's costing us a little bit. I mean, technically I don't need to repair the 3 points, surely. What's going to happen if I don't? I mean, yes, I do. In the real world, yes, it all needs regular maintenance and repair, of course. I totally understand that. We do need a 3rd tractor, don't we? I was just thinking, we're selling that would add another 100 and something thousand on top. But when you consider what it costs, we've used it a fair bit. Only getting 100,000 from it to replace it and get a 3rd tractor would cost us way more than 100 grand. So it seems mad getting rid of it. Sorry, I'm doing all this thinking out loud with everyone here. Yeah, okay. Right, bear with me then. So, we've gone ahead and done it. We're down to 72 grand. We've got a Zerion. Now, we've gone for the small one. We've got a Zerion 4000, not the 4.5 or a 5. This has got slightly narrower. We've gone for the standard tyres on it as well, so we can get up and down the roads for the time being. 435 horsepower, which is absolutely fantastic. Cab rotates, all-wheel steer, you know. I really, really like this. I think it's a fantastic tractor. So, yeah, I mean, we need a 3rd tractor, let's be honest. This is pricey for a 3rd tractor, but we've got the money, why not? I'm sure there'll be plenty of people out there saying, you should have got this, you should have got that. I want this. I'm pretty sure when I speak to the boss, he will be happy enough that if I wanted it, fine, let's get it. I think it's going to be a bonus to the farm, and it also means if we get a bit of money later on, we can also upgrade it. We can get various different tyre selections on this, but we could upgrade to a 4.5 or a 5. But for the time being, 435 horsepower on top of the one we've got there. We've now got a 3rd machine. Yes, it's a bit longer, yes, it's a bit bigger, and the roads are quite narrow and windy down here. But what I'll do, if I get out there, if I can. If you get the 4000 and you get standard tyres, I was trying to avoid that. It's a fraction wider than the Sintrack. I mean, at the end of the day, we could find we get into problems. So we might well do. If I can cut some roots out through the woodland, which is one of the jobs we've got to do soon, it does mean we won't have too much of a problem. But what I'm going to do now is get up to field 1 and let's get it mowed. Then we'll get it windrowed. Oh, that looks good, all that class gear together, doesn't it? And we'll crack on with it. What we will do, I think, is go this way round. Whoa. May have just destroyed that mower, he says. Yeah, we'll get the narrow one because it'll be much easier to get around the streets. No! No! I hit a road sign again. Need to be a skilled machine operator to manoeuvre these around narrow roads and things, which it's becoming apparent I'm not always anyway. Right, so like I say, this is going up to field 1. We'll get the mowing done. I have got the fent up there with the cedar on field 2. That's putting triticale in the ground, but I think the cedar ran out of seed. If we go across this grass section here, it brings us up past field 4, which is the poplar field, which is also owned by Jeremy's grandfather. And these fields 1, 2 and 4 aren't owned by us, they're owned by Jeremy and his grandfather. And Ben and Elise. So I say the poplars are here, we can get onto those at some point. This sounds great, love it. I will speak to the boss. We may well get rid of the sin track. I'm just thinking logically, but we really do need another tractor. So it is all change. I've got the cargo's loading wagon on the back. We're up at the biogas plant. Just see up there in the distance, the sin track has got the cultivator on the back, and that's prepping the seed bed on our multi-field. The fence has got the Scaraflex on the back. That's gone over the grass field on field 1 to give that the second fertilising state we need for our vegan contract, as you can see. So the mowing has given us 1, and then we'll go over the Scaraflex, weed it out, and then we get our second. Then that will then be cultivated, prepping the seed bed. Good to go. Field 2 we have put triticale in, and I'm pretty sure, looking at the size of these fields, I'm going to put rye in this one for our vegan contract and wheat in this one. I think that should be fine, I think. So what we're doing is using the corner on this bunker silo. I don't think I've used a bunker silo that's open. They've either been drive-through or 3-sided. I don't think I've ever done one like this. CLAASWERK. It's like craft work, but different. Right, so how are we looking at the moment? What have we got in here? Of the multi-field and that one. Let's open up our menu. We're up to 300,000 litres in here. Okay, that's not bad. So back to field 1. We've got a few trips backwards and forwards to do to clear that field. Then we'll see what we've got. We'll compact it, we'll cover it, and that'll be our silage on the go. I'll carry on prepping the seed beds on fields, on a multi-field and field 1, so we can get our crops in those. That's my intention for this episode, is to at least get that started, I think. And then we'll look at extending. Where indicators on? Can't tell. Yeah, extending out our bottom field, field 45, and we're going to be putting sugar beet in field 45 because I have a contract for Mr. Massey, not as in Massey Ferguson, but I'll explain that contract in more detail because that's a cracking one. Anyway, yeah, so back over to the field. I'll see you in a minute. Maybe, I don't know, every load, every other load or something. We'll see, but we'll do some. And then we'll get the compacting done and we'll get that sorted. It needs doing. We have got more pigs. They are, like I've said repeatedly, they are reproducing at a rate. So I've got a load more. I've got to send as many as I possibly can off to Big Papa C before Thanksgiving. Okay, this is the last load I'm bringing back from field 1. As you can see, our multi-field on the left hand side, the seed bed is prepped, and the seed bed is being prepped on field 1. There's about 3,000 litres maybe of grass left on the floor on field 1. I thought I'm not going to drive all the way back over there just for 3,000 litres, so we'll cultivate that in. So this is the last bit. This should put us around 500,000 litres. I'm pretty sure we were at, I'm trying to think now, I'm sure we were at 450 something the last load I did. Help ref has completed their task. Okay, so that should be the seed bed prepped. I'm hoping we'll be able to get this up on the stack as well, on the pile. Let's go about there. I'll bring it out a bit. That should. Right, okay, we're there. So let's just have a quick check. We are on 512,492 litres. Right, that needs compacting now. So let's move this out of the way. This will need to go back. The windrower's gone back. The butterfly mower's gone back. What else has gone back? I'm trying to think now. Disconnect that. I'm thinking reversing up might be better because you haven't got the engine over that bit. If I can get up there. Come on. Have we got? Come on. Please tell me when it's stuck. We're up. We're up. Not that I can do a lot now up here. Thought I could do a little bit of backwards and forwards, but I haven't really got enough on that pile, have I? Thinking about it. No. I'm not a great fan of silage rollers and silage levelers and stuff like that. Unfortunately. That's just me. I suppose I could put twins on this maybe or something, couldn't I? Should really. This isn't the way it's done. I've always been one of those, just get up on the top with whatever you've got, drive backwards and forwards. Sometimes I've used the Holorus one that you can, the one you used to be able to add water to, I don't think you do anymore. But I always found that works really efficiently. But in all honesty, this will be compacting. So what we'll need to do next, like I said, is down at field 45 at our main farm. I'm going to extend the field. This field here, just opposite the multi-crop field, that's going to have the rye, the vegan rye in it. Field 1's going to have the vegan wheat in it, and hopefully we'll have enough to complete the contract on that. I need to do some manure and poplar bales for Farmer Foley. The rye bales that are sitting down in the yard, I'm going to send what I've got off to Tyler. I do have a contract for straw bales, so those 44 bales that are sitting up by field 1, I might just ship them. I think the contract's for more than that, but it might just be easy to ship what I've got, and then when I've got some more, send those. Because if I'm going to do some hay bales as well, it kind of limits me to how many bales I can have knocking around. Obviously, if we were having seasonal weather, if you know what I mean, I wouldn't be able to leave them outside anyway, so they'd have to have been shipped or stored by now. But I don't know. I know it's the new Platinum expansion, and I know it's not to everyone's liking. I love this. I love this Arian. I think it looks amazing. I don't know. I love the sound of it. I love what it looks like. I mean, I know the action sounds really nice as well. But I don't know, I just like this Arian. When I went up to the class Rickaby in Carlisle for the Rickaby show, I've got, I think the thumbnail was, one of the thumbnails was me standing in front of one of these. and I saw at Agritechnica several of these on different stands, not just the class stand, with various different backs and tanks, and just such a versatile bit of kit. How are we looking now? Up to 37. I'm going to spend a bit of time then compacting this. We'll then get it covered. That can then be fermented away. And then I'll check my contracts, because I'm sure someone wanted silage specifically. I can probably make more silage and more silage bales if I want to down at the main farm. Oh, that's a point I've just suddenly realised. The field that I did the corn maize in, that corn now needs to be removed. So I could do a silage harvest on that and put it in the bunker down at the main farm, couldn't I? Could do. I'll speak to the guys who own it, the guys I did the maize for, and find out what they want to do, because if it was just, I'm assuming they want the crop, but I don't know whether it was literally just grown so we could put a maize in it, but that's kind of been and gone now, so potentially that could give me some silage down at the main farm. So we could maybe get a forage harvester and we could do a silage harvest on that. Potentially. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Let's get this sorted. And yeah, we'll go from there. Right, 100%. Just jump out, blanket the silo. Job done. That started fermenting. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to take the cargoes back. That's sorted. Turn that off. Now we just sort out a seeder. We have got the John Deere, but I think I'm going to lease one like I did before. We leased the Lemken Solitaire 12 last time, but I'm thinking of going for, there's a new one available, the Vaderstadt Rapid A800S. We might go for one of those, get the larger tank on it. We've got 2 fields to do. That might not be a bad idea. I've got a load of equipment now that needs to be moved around, taken back to the main yard. Yeah, we'll check on the pigs. I think the pigs are okay, but on our way back past we will. But I think it's always difficult to tell. I always say, I apologise if this is a shorter episode. The thing with doing this it's taken me a long time to do the work, but obviously the grasswork stuff I had to do I didn't show on screen because I've done mowing and I've done windrow and stuff before, so it's taken me quite a long time to do the episode, but the episode may not be as long, but then I might come to edit it and find it's just as long as normal, so who knows. But we have got a new piece of machinery which is rather cool. The money is much lower, which isn't as cool, so we need to get some contracts done, we need to get some money coming back in. But what I will do is check on the pigs very quickly, see if the feed area needs cleaning out. I know we are short on straw. I remembered. Where are we? Yeah, there's nothing in there, so we are going to need some straw at some point. How's the feed area looking? Oh, it's not too bad, and we are at animal wise 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 62, so we've got another 12 already. Oh man. So yeah, what we'll do is maybe before the end of the day today, or maybe tomorrow morning, we'll ship some more off. I don't think I'm going to get to the 150 they wanted, but we won't be far off. Maybe 100, hopefully. Thanksgiving is on the 28th, I think, isn't it? 28th of November this year? Pretty sure it is. So yeah, we should be able to get enough. Hopefully we'll get as many delivered as we can by then. That's the main thing. Anyway, I left it there. How could I have lost a Zerion? I'll take this back. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.